As we open the door to mystery and suspense, we see a light at the end of the hallway. The steady thump is not an unseen entity in the walls. It is your own heart beating. Come further and be enveloped in the light of Schlock Shock Radio. Welcome back to Fright Train. We continue our tale of intrigue and riddle with Act 2, Sleuthing Subtlety. As the Central Pacific races towards its destination of California, the blood-soaked body of an unknown passenger lies decaying, rotting on the wooden floor, with the train car as its tomb. No one knows who killed the poor soul, but this discovery will lead to the most extraordinary adventure of Shaw's life. As he ponders what would tempt a man or woman to kill in such a horrific fashion, his mind turns towards Miss Josephine Tate and what part she plays in this macabre affair.
Hey, you, Porter!
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Please, step into my cabin. We have something horrendous to share with you.
Ma'am?
Please, this is something we can't discuss out here.
Yes, of course. I can't believe it. Murderer on board?
That's what it looks like. How long until the next town?
We're ass-deep in Nevada. We won't stop again until late tonight. Could be 12 hours. A murderer on the Central Pacific?
Well, it's a good thing we're not stopping until late tonight.
We don't want them getting off the train.
They could jump off any time, though.
Just like you said, there's nothing out here. Unless this was professionally done, but I doubt that.
But the hands were tied. This wasn't just random.
Yeah, but the wounds were. If the victim had a contract to be killed, he wouldn't have been killed in such a fashion.
Unless the killer is a lunatic.
An insane bounty killer?
Seems too far-fetched. Believe it is a lunatic because I believe that this crime was done in passion and not reward.
But his hands were tied.
Could have been tied afterwards.
Why?
That I don't know.
Wait a minute. You're not a marshal. We need to talk to the conductor and see what he thinks.
I agree with that. First, go lock the door to the caboose. If anyone asks, just say it's routine, then go tell the conductor. Let us know what he says.
What are you going to do?
We are going to go mingle.
Mind if we sit with you?
Of course not. Let me get a chair for the lady.
Thank you.
This food, dreadful. But I hear there are delicacies to behold in California.
This be my first time there.
Oh, mountains of rare and mysterious sea life. Enough to fill your belly for 2 lifetimes. Excuse me, miss.
You're not being unrefined. I'm looking forward to having some of these exotic cuisines. I haven't been to California either.
Dear me. Where are my manners? My name is Ely Wallace. I'm a businessman who specializes in insurance.
Uh-oh.
No, I promise not to load you with ballyhoo. I despise people like that. Besides, you probably already have insurance.
Yeah, of course.
Good. Wouldn't want you to be caught dead without it.
Not to sound imbecilic, but what kind of death does it cover? Is it any time you die, or does it include, say, murder?
Well, actually it does. It's just when you die, your next of kin gets the amount coming to them. Say, you need to go. Good day.
Smooth, Miss Tate.
Well, we can't just beat around the bush. There's a killer on this train.
I know, but I don't want to alarm anyone. It could tip off the murderer.
I was thinking, maybe he or she wanted someone to see the victim.
You think that's why the body was easily visible?
Why not?
As I see it, I've got two options. First, inform everyone what has happened, taking the risk of losing or possibly catching the killer.
And second,
We just wait for the porter to let us know what the conductor thinks.
why stop investigating? We just started.
Because it'll take too long, and they might get wise and disappear while we're talking to everyone. Hell, they might not even be on the train anyways.
Okay, we wait for the porter and then go from there.
Yeah, I don't see any other options. If they're still on the train, then they ain't going anywhere.
And if they're off?
And we'll need to prove our innocence.
Why is that? As soon as we found the body, we reported it.
This train isn't stopping for almost 12 more hours. If word gets around there's a killer on board, it'll be like a powder keg ready to pop.
Miss Shaw, Miss Tate?
Yes, are you the conductor?
I am. My name is James Williams.
Hello, Mr. Williams.
Ma'am, I just talked to my porter, and he informed me of what you found.
Did you, get a chance to look at it yourself?
Indeed I have. Damnedest thing I've ever seen.
Well, what do you think?
Well, while the next town is 11 hours away, we'll be stopping in about an hour to fill up our water. There should be a telegraph station there.
What about the passengers? I'm sure they might be getting suspicious with the caboose locked and the conductor coming back to the passenger cars.
You're absolutely right. I've already had a few passengers stop me to see what's going on.
Any idea who might have done this?
One of the passengers, an insurance salesman, said a man and a woman asked a peculiar question about murder.
That was our first attempt at amateur sleuthing.
Well, he's got the biggest mouth in the whole damn train. With the caboose locked down and rumors flying of people talking about murder, let me be honest, you've made this matter a hell of a lot worse.
Well, if the cat's out of the bag, maybe we should come clean and tell everybody what we know.
Bad idea. The last thing I need is a lynch mob locked together in the middle of the desert.
So what do we do?
Well, you're gonna put your hands out without a fuss so I can lash them together.
We're innocent.
What?
Doesn't matter. As far as I see it, you two were the only ones with a body, and you've been talking about killing with fellow passengers. I have no use but to arrest you on the suspicion of murder.
This is bullshit!
We'll telegraph into the nearest town sheriff in an hour and see what they think. In the meantime, I suggest you two put your heads together and figure out a way to clear your name.
You're not even going to investigate this? Have you even identified the body? I assume he wasn't riding with anyone or somebody would have reported him missing by now.
We'll worry about that. Now, how about those hands?
Fright Train Act 2. With characters and situations created by Stephen Snowden, Fright Train Act 2 stars Scott Gliney as Shaw, Stephanie Lafferty as Josephine Tate, Nathan Pensonolt as the porter, Steve Long as Eli Wallace, and Stephen Snowden as James Williams. Music by Matt Mindel. Fright Train is a production of Schlock Shock Radio. Copyright 2013. This is Sean P. Metty. Until next time, stay out of the dark.